Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Excuse me! Taxi!
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Well, joining us now, we have Scott Munro. He is head of the Detectives Endowment Association. They hosted a big event with more than 20, well, you represent more than 21,000 members, but you had all these different unions meeting this week talking about essentially how tough it is in law enforcement right now, with law enforcement under attack in so many different directions.
Yes, we did. We had a nice meeting yesterday. We had about 80 to 90 different unions. We had about 400 people in the room. We're all through New York State. We brought in people from Buffalo. Buffalo came in, Buffalo PBA, all the way out to the Hamptons.
So what's the message, Scott?
Well, we want people to know that we're going to have a voice, law enforcement. And I want to be personally, when I took over here in the union, I want to be proactive. I don't want to have to react on something. So I want the politicians to understand, along with the rest of these unions, that we will have a say in this next election, in any election that's going on in New York State, and that we're going to work together, whether you are in corrections, whether you're in the PBA, the DEA, or the CEA, that we're all going to work together, and our vote is going to count.
Yeah, 100%. You know, it's amazing. By the way, I was looking at this, that's sort of the New York State Public Safety Alliance, and you had a whole bunch of so many different groups from all these different divisions. Obviously, you, folks from Suffolk County, you mentioned Buffalo, the Correction Officers Benevolent Association. To me, the disrespect that law enforcement has had against them is extraordinary. And you know, I grew up in a home where it was appreciating our men and women in blue. And a community has to stand together with you. And I'm glad you guys, it's power in numbers, because we'd be nowhere if suddenly you guys said, forget it. We're going to, turn our backs and not enforce the law. What's the message?
Absolutely. Well, the message is that we have 500,000 votes in that room, regardless whether you're active or retired. The last election in 2022, the governor election, was decided on 5%, a little over 200,000 votes. And we had that in that room yesterday. And everybody is going to stay in touch. We're going to do Zooms going forward. We're going to watch what's going on. And listen, don't let us be wrong. I mean, Governor Hochul did a lot of good retainment bills for us last year up in Albany, but we got to keep going. And that's why we had Buffalo there, our hometown, and we had Nassau County there. Bruce Blakeman, his people were there, and we're all discussing it. And listen, we will have a say in law enforcement. I will tell you that.
And by the way, what happened with those detectives, the New York City detectives, Scott Munro, that story that they were treated rudely at a hospital?
Yeah, well, that's what's happening with this. I'll be totally honest with you. Like when we were having COVID, we went out with our canteen and we fed all the nurses. We went from hospital to hospital. A couple of weeks later, they were marching against us. So, I mean, it's a little disturbing that that's what's going on. I'm not saying it's all nurses, but they wouldn't let our people in the hospitals. And one of the things that they're picketing on is basically they don't feel safe in the emergency room. So why wouldn't you feel safe if a New York City police officer, detective, whoever, is in your emergency room with a firearm?
That's really disturbing. If anything, then you feel especially safe. I mean, I'd be begging to see you guys, especially if you see some of these New York emergency rooms. You know, it's like the minute you see you, it's like an angel's walked in.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Scott, you keep up the great work, and please keep us posted on just everything you're doing. We have your back. We love you. And I think it's so great that you're doing this alliance. And let us know however we can help and support you guys.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you so much, Scott. Very much. Terrific. Keep up the great work.
Listen to this podcast now
on the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Idea Gen Global Podcast with George Sifakis.
I'm George Sifakis. In a world overflowing with noise, there is one forum where the world's smartest voices connect, where visionaries sit at the same table as innovators, and great minds don't just talk, they act.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.